Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TikTok Winternationals. This time for the final qualifying session of Top Fuel. 6 Dragsters trying to get into the 16-car field. Harley currently on the bump with a 188.2. Up first, number 22 qualifier, Leah Pruitt in the far lane. 21 qualifier, Austin Prock in the near lane. Not going to get in. Austin Prock at 196.3. Leah Pruitt, 199.3. Leah Pruitt stays 22nd. Austin Prock stays 21st. Our next pair, number 20 qualifier, Brittany Force in the far lane. Number 19 qualifier, Ronna Harmon-Smith in the near lane. .190 with a 1 for Brittany Force, a 193.8 for Ronna Harmon-Smith. They will not get in the show. Brittany Force stays 20. Ronna Harmon-Smith stays 19. Our next pair, number 18 qualifier, Antron Brown in the far lane. 17 qualifier, Sean Lang in the near lane. Last two to try to bump Harley out. They must run faster than a 188.2. Can they do it? A 189.8 for Langdon, a 191.1 for Brown. They will not get in the show. Field is set. Up next, number 16 qualifier, Harley in the far lane. She's the reigning champion trying to defend her championship. Number 15, Kenny Bernstein in the near lane. Harley definitely wants to improve. Question is, will she? 185.1, yes she will. Kenny Bernstein at 201.0. Kenny Bernstein will be the number 16 qualifier. Harley up to number 9. Up next, number 14 qualifier, Morgan Lucas in the near lane. Number 15 qualifier, Morgan Lucas near lane. Number 14 qualifier, Ginger in the far lane. .187.6 for Ginger, a 189 flat for Morgan Lucas. Ginger will stay 14th, and Morgan Lucas will be 15th. Our next pair, number 13 qualifier, Corey McClenathan in the far lane. Doug Clinton, number 12 qualifier in the near lane. About to have a running cat. Doug Clinton, 186.4. And Corey Mack, a 186.5. Corey Mack stays 13th. Doug Clinton stays 12th. Our next pair, number 11 qualifier, Bones in the far lane. Number 10 qualifier, Thunder in the near lane. .184.8 for Bones, a 187 flat for Thunder. Thunder drops to number 11. Bones goes up to number 8. Our next pair, Tony Schumacher, number 9 qualifier in the far lane. Gary Selzy, number 7 qualifier in the near lane. 183.6 for Tony Schumacher, a 183.8 for Gary Selzy. Tony Schumacher goes up to the number 6 spot. Gary Selzy up to the number 7 spot. Up next, number 8 qualifier, Clay Milligan in the far lane. Number 5 qualifier, Mike Dunn in the near lane. .184.7 for Dunn, a 186 flat for Milligan. Clay Milligan will stay 8th. Mike Dunn will stay 5th. Our next pair, number 4 qualifier, Larry Dixon in the far lane. Number 3 qualifier, Brandon Bernstein in the near lane. Brandon Bernstein, a 180 with a 7, taking out Larry Dixon's 185.4. Thank God the win lights don't matter. Brandon Bernstein stays 3rd. Larry Dixon stays 4th. Our final pair of top fuel for qualifying. Number 2 qualifier, Joe Amato, far lane. Number 1 qualifier, Melanie Troxel, near lane. 178.3 for Troxel, 180 with a 6 for Joe Amato. Your round 1 top fuel matchups are as followed. Melanie Troxel will take on Kenny Bernstein. Joe Amato will take on Morgan Lucas. Brandon Bernstein will take on rookie Ginger. Larry Dixon will take on Corey McClenathan. Mike Dunn will take on Doug Coletta. Tony Schumacher will take on Thunder. Gary Sully will take on Harley. And Clay Milligan will take on Bones. Funny Car, Session 4, next. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TikTok Winternationals. It's time for the final qualifying session of Funny Car. On the bump currently is Robert Height with a 176.2. Out first, number 25 qualifier, Tommy Johnson Jr. Can he qualify? 184.7. That's going to be a no. Tommy Johnson Jr. will not qualify, but he does move up to number 24. Up next, now number 25 qualifier, Tony Bartone in the far lane. 23 qualifier, Matt Hagan in the near lane. $181.7 for Hagan. $189.2 for Tony Bartone. Bartone stays 25th. Hagan stays 23rd. Next pair, number 22 qualifier, Bob Gilbertson in the far lane. 21 qualifier, Frank Pedregon in the near lane. Robert Height still sitting on the bump. 179.8 for Frank Pedregon and 185.3 from Gilbertson. Not good enough to get in the show. Frank Pedregon stays 21. Bob Gilbertson stays number 22. Next pair, number 20 qualifier, Del Worsham in the far lane. 19 qualifier, Courtney Force near lane. Robert Height on the bump. 176.2. 179.1 for Courtney and 182 flat for Del Worsham. They will not get in the show. Courtney Force stays 19th. Worsham stays 20th. Our next pair, last chance to bump Robert Height out. We have number 18 qualifier, John Forrest in the far lane. Number 17 qualifier, Jim Epler in the near lane. Can either one take out Robert Height? 177.7 for Jim Epler, 178.3 for John Forrest. Neither will qualify. Your field is set. Our next pair, number 16 qualifier, Robert Height in the far lane. Number 15 qualifier, Del Creasy Jr. in the near lane. $177.9 for Creasy Jr. and a $178.3 for Robert Height. Robert Height stays 16th. Creasy Jr. stays at 15th. Our next pair, number 14 qualifier, Jimmy Pedregon in the far lane. 13 qualifier, Scoop Ricardo in the near lane. 178.5 from Scoop Ricardo and a 180 with a 1 for Jimmy Pedregon. Ricardo stays 13th. Jimmy Pedregon stays 14th. Next pair, we got number 12 qualifier, Tony Pedregon in the far lane. Number 11 qualifier, Eric in the near lane. $173.7 for Eric and a $177.7 for Tony Pedregon. Eric stays 11th. Tony Pedregon stays 12th. Our next pair, number 10 qualifier, Thunder in the far lane. Number 9 qualifier, Mello in the near lane. Father-son up on the line right now. Thunder with a 173.1. Mello with a 176.5. Mello stays 9th. Thunder stays 10th. Our next pair, number 8 qualifier, Sinister in the far lane. Number 7 qualifier, Cruz Pedregon in the near lane. Will there be a teammate race in round 1? Very possible. 171.8 for Sinister and a 173.9 for Cruz Pedregon. Sinister up to number 7, dropping Cruz to number 8. Our next pair, number 6 qualifier, Helladic in the far lane. Number 5 qualifier, reigning champion Mello in the Melon in the near lane. 170 with a 2 for Helladic, a 172.2 for Melon. Melon drops to number 6. Helladic up to number 1 spot with that 170 with a 2. Up next, number 5 qualifier, Fisher in the far lane. Number 4 qualifier, Maya in the near lane. 171.1 for Fisher and a 171.2 for Maya. Fisher stays 5th. Maya stays 4th. Our final pair of Funny Car. Number 3 qualifier, Harley in the far lane. Number 2 qualifier, Wes in the near lane. Wes was number 1 until Haletic just ran to 170 with a 2. Can he take it back? How about no? 170 with a 5 for Harley and a 171.3 for Wes. Harley stays 3rd, Wes stays number 2. Here are your matchups for round 1 funny car. Haletic will take on Robert Height. Wes will take on Dale Creasy Jr. Harley will take on Jimmy Pedregon. Maya will take on Scoop Ricardo. Fisher will take on Tony Pedregon. Mellon will take on former teammate Eric. Sinister will take on teammate Thunder. And Cruz Pedregon will take on Mello. When you see us next, it'll be time for Top Fuel, round number 1.